Good morning. Today I'd like to share with you my very first tutorial. This tutorial is going to be for the chipboard easel card Momento box with a drawer. This is a sweet little 4x4 project. It's quick and easy, and I'm going to walk you through it and show you. You can complete this pretty quick, so it's a nice fast project and would be a great gift as well. I showed you this. This was one of my design team projects, and this is a sweet easel card with a drawer in this awesome little box. And when you slide the drawer in, you see the easel card on top. And I did use a lot of pop-ups for added interest, and so it kind of stands out. So this is what we're going to be making today. I'm going to set this aside. This overall project is a 4x4, so it's not huge, but you can always change the dimensions if you like. That's no problem. Just change your dimensions. It's very easy to do, ladies. To make this particular size, okay, we're going to be using cardstock, and we're going to be using chipboard. Of course, whatever papers you want to use to decorate it, that's up to you. Today I'm going to be using the Authentique Saucy. I had some of that left, so I thought that would make a pretty cute box. So let's go ahead and get our papers and our chipboard cut. The cardstock, you're going to cut one piece, and that is going to be 4 by 10 and 1/2. You need one piece cut 4 by 10 and 1/2. You need one piece cut 4 by 8, and you need one piece, you're going to cut that 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. Okay, I've used the cream colored heavyweight cardstock. This is some of the Cardabella cardstock. Really like this. It's nice and heavyweight. Authentique also has some awesome cardstock. But at any rate, whatever cardstock you want to use, feel free. But again, you're going to cut one piece 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. One piece 4 by 8. One piece 4 by 10 and 1/2. Okay, once those pieces are cut, we're going to score them. Okay, so get your scoreboards. And on your 4 by, well, let's go ahead since this is already up here. On your 4 by 10 and 1/2 piece, okay, you're going to score this, ladies, at 1, 5, 6, and 10. Okay, that's scored at 1, 5, 6, and 10. Set that aside. Your 4 by 8 piece, you're going to put this in long ways as you did the other piece. Let's keep you in focus, I'm sorry. You're going to score this at 2 and at 4 inch. So on your 4 by 8 sheet that you cut, you're going to score it at 4 and 8. Set that aside. And on your 5 7/8 by 5 7/8 piece, you're going to score that at 1 inch on all 4 sides. Okay, 1 inch on all 4 sides. Okay, once you have your cardstock cut and scored, we're going to go ahead and first we're going to take the 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. This is going to be the base, okay, of your drawer. I think let's go ahead and make the actual box first. Let's do that. All right, again, bear with me, that's my very first one, so I hope I don't confuse you too much. Let's take your 4 by 10 and 1/2 piece that you've scored, and let's get out your art glitter glue. Love this glue. My gosh, you can't get along without this glue. It's awesome. I have saved so much money on score tape by using this glue. It's just wonderful. I can't say enough about it. Okay, what you're going to do, go ahead and on your score marks, we're going to fold those in. You want your mountain side up. Go ahead and fold on your score lines. Okay, fold on all your score lines. Once you have them scored, okay, lay your piece flat, and on this very short side, you're going to take your glue and you're going to put some glue on that side. Okay, so run some nice beads of glue down it. And you're going to fold this over, okay, onto itself, onto the 1-inch side. Line this up so it's nice and even. Press down. You want to make sure this seals nicely. Okay, so let's press it down. Make sure it seals nicely. So when you open this up, it should look like this. Nice and easy. Okay, this is your actual box. This is going to hold your chipboard drawer. All right, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and we're going to make the easel piece that's going to go on top of this box. Take your 4x8 sheet, and this was the one that you scored at 2 inches and at 4 inches. Again, make sure that your mountains are up. Fold on those score marks. So when you open it, it's going to look like this. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to attach this piece on top of the box. Just like this. You want your large piece here to be attached to the top of your box here. Let's turn it over. Get that art glitter glue or whatever adhesive you want to use. You can use score tape, you can use art glitter glue, any kind of wet glue. I love the art glitter glue. Highly recommend it. It is an excellent adhesive. It holds great. Okay, the easiest way to do this, go ahead and fold this back like we did before. Okay, instead of it having it standing up, fold it over. Place this on so you can line it up. All right, make sure it's lined up nice and even. And stick it down. Make sure it sticks down nicely. I'm going to go ahead and perfect. So when you open this back up, here's the base, and you have your easel card on top. Okay? Perfect. Now what I'd like to do, okay, you have the cardstock cut. Let's go ahead and do, we might as well finish out the drawer while we're working with the cardstock pieces. Get your 5 7/8 by 5 7/8 piece, and this was scored at 1 inch on all 4 sides. Okay, you're going to take those and you're going to fold each one in with the mountain side up. Fold it in on itself all the way around on all 4 sides. Okay, we're going to get our glue and we're going to use these First, we need our scissors. Sorry. Take your scissors and on your score marks, you're going to cut on each side of your score mark all the way up to the fold, to the score line. On each side of your score line, take your scissors and cut each one all the way up to your score line running across on each side of your score mark. You're going to do this to both sides. Okay, turn it around and directly across from where you cut it. Do the same thing right across. You're going to cut on each side of that score line all the way up to the score line running across. You're going to do that on both sides. Make sure it's directly across from the side you cut previously. Okay, now we're going to take your glue and these little tabs. We're going to put some glue on these and we're going to create our drawer. So put some glue on, fold it in, and squeeze that in, hold it so that it seals down nice and tight. Go to this side. You're going to put glue again on this tab. Okay. And again, you're going to fold this in to catch that piece. Hold it so it glues down nice and tight. This glue is pretty fast drying, so it really grabs it pretty quick. So that's a good thing. You don't have to wait too awful long for it to grab. Turn your drawer around. On this side, you're going to glue down this tab. Add some of that wonderful glitter glue. Get this attached to the inside flap. Hold it just for a moment so that it attaches nicely. And then go to the last side, and again you're going to add your art glitter glue or whatever adhesive you're using, and you're going to bring that in, hold it for a moment till it catches and seals, or if it's easier, lay it down on its side and hold it. I like to use my flat bone folder and just kind of run it along that inside just to make sure everything catches and seals. Turn it over and do the same to both sides. Just a little extra insurance. Okay, now we've created our drawer. Take your scissors and the little pieces that you cut on either side of those score marks, just snip them off. Forgive me if I get out of frame. I hope to make this so that you can follow it nice and easy and it's not too much out of frame. So now we have our drawer. Okay? We want to make sure that our drawer fits inside of the box. So see which way it goes in the easiest and the smoothest. Try it this way and try it the other way. And actually this way it goes in much nicer, much smoother, and works a little easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to put an arrow showing me this is the way I want the drawer to slide in. Okay? So now we have the drawer completed and we have the box. So let's go ahead and set our drawer aside. We're going to work on our box top. And we have chipboard that needs to be cut. Okay, for our chipboard. Okay, we're going to cut for the chipboard. We need one piece cut at 4 by 4. Okay, this is the chipboard. This is going to be your top piece, and you want it cut 4 by 4. Okay, for the drawer, you need chipboard pieces. Your chipboard pieces for your drawer is going to be one piece at 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. That is going to be for the inside bottom of your drawer. This is what's going to really give your drawer some stability and some strength. These pieces of chipboard are also for your drawer, and these are for the front and the sides. So as you can see, by lining it with the chipboard, it's really going to give that drawer some substance, and it's really going to make it a little sturdier. You're going to need to cut 2 pieces 15/16 by 3 3/4. That's 2 pieces at 15/16 by 3 3/4. And you want to cut 2 pieces at 15/16 by 3 3/16. Okay, that's 2 pieces at that size, 15/16 by 3 3/16. I will go ahead and have the cut measurements at the end of the video down in the description so that you'll have those. Okay, once you have your chipboard cut, what I like to do, what I did on the patriotic box that I did, I went ahead, since I was using the plain colored chipboard, I went ahead and I inked that. I kind of, wanted to keep this antique-y looking, so in retro, so I went ahead and I inked it. You can use black cardstock or black chipboard if you're going to be using, say, black cardstock, then that would work out perfect, and it would really be hidden inside there, to be honest. But I wanted to use this. So I went ahead and I used the Prima. This is the Prima Color Philosophy, and this is in the sepia. Love it, love it, love it. So I inked all my chipboard and I inked all my cardstocks so that everything would kind of flow nicely. Okay, so we're going to take this top piece, which is 4 by 4, and we're going to, what I want to do first, we're going to attach this onto our top, onto our easel. Okay, to give this, again, some stability and some really, really good sturdiness. I want to back this, however, because whenever you have this open, you are going to be able to see that plain chipboard on the back. So I would like to back this. So I'm going to use, since I'm using the Saucy collection and the pattern papers that I chose to go ahead and use to paper it, I thought it would look best to use the red cardstock to back it. So flip this over. Well, I need to put a little bit of ink on the back side too, since it's going to show somewhat. Okay, so just go ahead and, if you want to ink it, this is the time to do it before you get it attached. I inked my cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and place this on the back. So let's get this glue on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just glue this down. I'm going to center this the best that I can. Looks pretty good. I'm going to just go ahead and run my bone folder around to make sure that glue spreads nicely. Alright, this is the back. So whenever I put this on and it's open, you'll be able to see the red cardstock on the back. So let's go ahead and glue this down. Okay, and we're just going to add glue to this bottom piece of your easel. Okay, you can fold this back down to make it easier. Go ahead and just line that with glue. Okay, then we're going to place this on. Center this nicely. Okay, let's stick it down. Make sure we push it down so that it grabs. Okay, so when you open this, this is the top, and again, when you open this, you're going to have a nice solid piece for your easel. And then you have your chipboard covered on the back. Okay? So, now we need to construct the rest of the drawer. Let's get the chipboard on the drawer. We're going to set our box aside, get our drawer. Let's get our chipboard pieces because we're going to put these chipboard pieces in the drawer. Okay? This is going to be perfect. First, we want to put the sides on the inside. Okay, so check and make sure because these are two different sizes. You just want to make sure that you use the same two sizes, either on the front and the back or side to side. That's very important. So let's go ahead and put the 15/16 by the 3 3/16. Let's do those on the front and the back. Let's get our glue. I inked these as well so that the raw bare edges would have ink on them. It wouldn't just be plain chipboard. Okay, so we're going to slide this in. You don't want this to come all the way up to the top. Slide it down. Well, it can come all the way to the top, I should say. You just don't want it sticking up and over. Okay, so once you get it inside, let's go ahead and press it down to make sure that it catches and sticks. Press it down inside there. Okay, let's get your other piece. Get our glue on, and this is going to go just straight across from that piece. So this is going to be the front. I'm going to turn my box on the side, set this in, and I'm going to press it down. Okay, so push it in so that it touches the bottom of the box. Alright, so you've got the front and you have the back end. Okay, we're going to turn it sideways. Now we're going to put the sides in. Let's get our glue on. Same way. I think it's easier if you go ahead and turn your box on the side, slide it in, press it down, scoot it all the way in against the back of the box, against the bottom. Push it down. Turn it around. Let's go ahead and get our glue on this. Turn your box on the side, slide this piece in, push it against the bottom, press it down. Quick and easy, ladies, very quick and easy. All right, now we have the inside of our box lined with chipboard. Makes a huge difference already. Now we're ready to put the bottom of the drawer piece in. This is your 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 piece. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get our glue on. Nice and generous with your glue. All right, turn it over. And you're just going to set it in. Turn your box around so that you have a perfect fit. Press it down. I'm going to go ahead and get my square bone folder in so that I can hit all the corners. And just kind of burnish over the top just to make sure that it's nice and snug inside there. All right, now we have a drawer that's completely lined with chipboard. You've got some substance to this drawer now. It's going to make it much sturdier. So let's slide this inside. Perfect. And our easel is going to be on the top. Wonderful. Like I said, check and make sure which way your drawer goes in the best. Since we covered our arrow up, we need to put another arrow on. I want it to go this way. So I put my arrow back in here so I know that my drawer is going to slide in this direction. Okay, so we're going to set the drawer aside. And now we're going to go ahead and get our papers that we need to decorate with. All right. Let's open this up. And I've chosen this plaid paper, the gingham check actually. And this is going to be what I'm going to use on my box top to paper my box to decorate. This is cut at 3 7/8 by 3 7/8, and it's been inked again with the Crema Philosophy sepia color. This is going to fit just like so on top, and then these are going to go on the sides. These are the box sides. These are cut at 7/8 by 3 7/8. You'll need 2 pieces. Let's go ahead and ink this, or glue, I mean. Get our adhesive on. All right, let's get this glued down. Go ahead and center it on. I like to burnish to make sure I've got ink on the brain today, to make sure my glue spreads nice and evenly. Okay, there's our box top. Now we're going to go ahead and put it on the sides. Let's get our glue on. center it on. It's so much easier to work with this outside of the actual box when you fold it up. Then you can kind of see and even it out with the top piece. Everything gets nice and centered and lined up. So let's go ahead and open it, fold it back this way, turn it to the side, and put our other side piece on. Apply our art glitter glue. Let's line it up. And stick it down. Alright, now we have our box. It's papered. Alright, this would be a good time if you want to ink your box, which I would like to do. This would be a good time to do that now, while you can get to all the edges by merely folding them up. It's nice and easy to get to. I highly suggest you do it at this point in time. I love the ink effect. I just think that it really, you know, it just kind of gives it a little bit more character. If you like the vintage feel, it absolutely gives it that vintage feel for sure. Let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the back side too. So everything is nice and coordinated. How long did that take? Like mere moments. All right. Let's turn this back over, and as you can see, now we're going to go ahead and let's get our drawer. We're going to set our box aside. Let's get our drawer papered. Okay. We're going to paper the outside and the inside. First, let's go ahead and get our inside. That's the front. And these are the inside pieces. You're going to cut the paper for the inside of your drawer is going to be at 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, you're going to cut 2 pieces for the inside, 15/16 by 3 3/4, and 2 pieces 15/16 by 3 13/16. Okay, you need to kind of measure, and you might need to trim them just a hair, which I need to do these 2 pieces here. I need to trim these down just a little bit. So I'm just going to take my scissors and trim off just a smidge. Okay, let's measure. Just a little tiny bit more. This is the beauty of this project, though. It doesn't take long, and if you need to get in there and do a little bit of trim work, you're still ahead of the game. It doesn't take long to do. Yep, that's going to be perfect. All right, I need to ink my little edges that I just snipped off. All right, let's go ahead and get these, some adhesive on them, and get these stuck down. Going to slide these right in like we did the chipboard. Okay, and again, I find it easier to turn it on its side, then you can kind of maneuver your papers around. Get it in, and I use my square tip bone folder just to smash this down and to make sure it grabs nicely. Opposite side, get your glue on. I'm going to turn it on its side again because I find that easier to do. Push it all the way down till it reaches the bottom of the box. Then I take my bone folder and I just smooth it all in nicely. That helps to spread the glue and it burnishes it down so you don't have any pieces sticking up. Okay, so we've got our sides on. Now we're going to see how the fronts and the backs fit. Yeah, we definitely need to trim these down. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm going to put this in the trimmer. Alright, let's take off. Well, take off about a little more than a 16th and see where we're at. Let's measure it. Perfect. Alright. Ink our edges that we had to remove to refit. That way too you don't have the white edges showing. Alright, let's get our glue on. And again, I like to turn my box on its side, slide them in, slide them all the way down. I use my square bone folder and I burnish it down so that it grabs all around. Alright, turn it around the opposite side, spread my glue. I turn my box on the side, push it in all the way, and sorry about that, burnish it down. Alright, perfect. I'm going to put a little mark on the front because I'm going to be covering up my arrow again, so I want to make sure I know where the front of my drawer is. And we're going to put the base piece in. Okay, check and see which way it fits the best. And I think I'm going to have to trim this just a hair. It's no big deal, folks. Sometimes you have to trim things a little bit here and there to get them to fit just so. I'm just taking off, I mean, just barely a little bit. Okay, and I need to take off just a hair from this side. All right. Now let's check the fit. Perfect. All right, I want to ink up just the couple sides that I went ahead and trimmed off quickly. Now, go ahead and fit it in and see which way it goes in the best. I like it this way. I'm going to go ahead and get my glue down. There's not too much that this art glitter glue won't hold. It's just awesome. All right, slide your bottom piece in, stick it down. I'm going to run my square bone folder all the way around the sides and across the center just to spread my glue and to make sure that it holds and grabs. All right, we have a papered box. It's all finished inside. Now, on the outside, since this is going to be sliding in and the outside of your holder, your actual box, is already papered, We only need to paper the front and the back because that's all that's going to show. You don't want the excess paper on the sides because sometimes you can put too much on and then your door's not going to slide properly. And besides, you already have paper on the sides that coordinates. So we only need paper on the front and the back of your drawer. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our paper on the back. Okay, I'm going to turn my box up, my drawer, and I'm going to center this on. All right. Burnish it down with your fingers. Right. Now we have the piece for the front. I'm going to do that last. Well, you know what? I could go ahead and put a little arrow on the bottom. I'm just going to put a little dot here so that I know that's the front where I want my knob. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on. We want to keep track of which way you want your door to slide, because although the measurements are pretty much equal, it makes a difference and it slides a little differently depending on how you put it in. Crazy, right? Alright, so let's get this piece burnished on with your finger so that it attaches nicely and you have it nice and centered. I'm going to go over the tops of my box with a little bit of ink so that everything's all blended in. And the sides, kind of all around your seams. And I'm even going to do a little bit on the bottom. Now you can go ahead and cut a piece if you'd like a piece to cover your bottom. You can use cardstock or you can use pattern paper to cover it. Okay, I think we've got everything inked up. So this slides right back in your box nicely. This is a nice solid piece. All right, now let's go ahead and decorate this top piece. I've chosen this piece. Again, this is from the Saucy collection. I've got it all inked. I have got this cut at 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. This is going to go right here on top. Okay, let's get this glued on. However you choose to decorate this is entirely up to you. And the possibilities, of course, are endless. Whatever you choose, whatever you like. Let's get that centered on, press it down. I'm going to run my square bone folder over. Spreading my glue and making it nice and tight. I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. This piece I cut from the papers, and I've got pop dots on the back, and I think I want to put this on. She says, let your inner domestic goddess shine. And this is just a big giant replica of what she's saying. The sentiment balloon, if you will, that says, let your inner domestic goddess shine. So again, I've inked this, got it popped up with pop dots. Take those backings off. I like a little dimension. I think that looks nice. And it kind of gives it interest. Come on. All right. Now we're going to stick this down kind of want to cover that balloon that's there, but I don't want to cover her. All right. So you have some dimension to this. Now we need something to hold open our easel. I've gone ahead and one of the stickers, I've taken that sticker and I've inked it, and then I went ahead and I matted it on the matching cardstock, and I inked that. And again, I have pop dots on the back. I'm going to take the backing off of those. Okay, let's find placement. I think that right there would be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this down. And I want the edges of my paper to line up. All right. So as you can see, this is a perfect stop. It holds that open nicely, closes, opens great. You have a fabulous easel card. Now, I'm not quite finished. I would like to use this Tim Holtz adornment, and this is a cute spoon, a little metal spoon, and I hope I left enough room. I'm going to put this right here on the bottom. And yes, I'm going to use some of this art glitter glue, but first I think I will go ahead and put I'm going to go ahead and get my drawer out, and I'm going to go ahead and put my pull on. This is also a Tim Holtz. This little pull, it's a brad pull. Works great. It's got a little ring to grab on it. See the little ring? Okay. I want to find the center. Get my ruler out, and this is front of this drawer is like 3 7/8. All right. You know what? Usually I just eyeball it. I'm going to use my paper piercer for this, and I'm going to find where I want that pull, kind of in the center. This looks pretty good right here. All right. Let's punch that hole in. Again, I'm using the paper piercer. Okay, I have a nice hole right here. I'm going to take this little pull that's actually a brad, and I need to squeeze it together to close those prongs. All right. When I have those together, I'm going to stick that right through that hole. It goes through nice and easy. And then I'm going to turn this sideways so that my pull is exactly how I want it positioned. Okay. Open the brad inside, and there you have the cute little pull. Nice, easy. You got an awesome little pull. All right, let's stick this back inside. Here's your drawer. Here's your easel card. Now let's put the pièce de résistance on. I want to add this cute little spoon at the bottom. Yep. This art glitter glue will hold it. I'm going to put some right here on the cup part, and I'm going to put some back here on the back part. Position it where I want that. Now, how cute is this? Now, folks, you've got your easel card, and you've used a lot of the chipboard on this, so it's nice and sturdy. It's going to hold up. It's going to last. You've got the sweet little drawer inside with the pull. Wouldn't this be a sweet little gift? All right, I think we did pretty good for the first one. I hope you enjoyed it. Stop back again. I promise I will do more tutorials. I'm just kind of getting started in the tutorials, so bear with me. And again, check back. And thanks again. I will have measurements at the bottom, so check on those for a cut guide. And I just want to say that this particular pattern has been around for quite some time. Evidently, it's been around for 4 or 5 years. So it's just something that, you know, whenever I was looking through, I thought, my gosh, that is so cute. I've got to make one of those. So it has been around for some time. I would love to say that I'm the original creator, but I'm not. As most of the designs and the projects that you see, ladies, they've been out there for many years. It's just we like to revive them. We like to put our spin on them. We like to use our own decorating methods on them. You know, give them a fresh look. So keep checking back, and I will do my best to keep bringing you some pretty cool stuff. Thanks again.